Oh my god. It's
Hey.
been
Hey.
too long. We are back. But anyways, greetings lovely people. My name is Brendan, and I am here with 5 lovely individuals themselves, and we are the Half-Rest Heroes. Today we are diving into another epic D&D adventure. Around 2 years ago, I think, I started a campaign called the Tower of Heaven. This lasted about a year, and I believe we stopped around September or October of 22. Maybe it was earlier, maybe it was later. I don't really remember, but it's been a while. Anyway, I'll get more into the events that took place during the time of that as we get into today's session. But basically, the premise involved a call from a goddess named Seven, offering heroes around the continent of Heyward the chance to climb the Tower of Heaven and to be rewarded any gift they desired, given to them by the goddess. Our group here, along with 2 others whose characters have either died or have been made inactive, climbed their way to the top facing many trials, encountering tough enemies, and making friends along the way. And now, here we are again, ready to hop back on the saddle. But it's going to be a little bit different this time around. When I started Tower of Heaven, I was brand new to being a DM, and many of the goals and ideas I had at the time don't necessarily align with the goals and ideas I have now. Thankfully, the actual story aspect of that campaign was left as a largely blank slate that I've been able to develop and add on to over time. And now it is at a point where events that happened previously don't necessarily always align with where the story is now. So just as a message to the audience as well as my players, I'm kind of declaring this point in the campaign as sort of a soft reset, if you will. Meaning that this is largely a new world with a new story to be told. However, there will be certain things from the tower having influence over new events, but not everything. Your characters still remain the same. Obviously, we have worked behind the scenes to give them new goals and motivations through your mini sessions. You still remain the same levels as well, which I think for most of you is level 9, except for Sarah's character. And finally, the 2 players who were a part of the campaign but are currently not, as we all know, and as most of the DMs on this channel preach, I leave an open invitation if they'd like to return, but as of now, they don't really influence the story in any way. So lastly, before we actually jump in, why don't we go around and everyone can introduce themselves once again. You guys can introduce your character, where their character is from, meaning describe your hometown, describe the surrounding area, maybe just like a brief synopsis of what country you reside in, and maybe just like a couple of personal things from your character that maybe were from the previous campaign or from just wherever else in your character's lineage. So whoever wants to start, please take it away.
I feel like we should go in order of how we are with the chat. That way we're kind of all organized.
Alright, then I guess, Drew, you can start.
Hold on, I need to get my sheet with my information.
Alright, I'll go then. I've got everything kind of right here. Alright, so I am Toby, as you'll hear me referred to, and I play Nil, the little silly-looking puppet warlock. And the reason that Nil looks the way that they do is they made a deal with Ruinic the Fiend of Illusions, where basically Nil traded their destiny to live a life of freedom. But what Nil didn't realize is that would basically take away who they were. So that's why Nil now has a almost puppet-like form and doesn't have too much emotions, at least at the start. When Nil started adventuring into the tower, they began to almost collect and learn the emotions that the others had. And that's when Nil started to get a fondness for adventuring together and having just a silly time as much as they can. Nil is basically a support for the group, both in the battle and, just kind of staring at everyone until maybe they can kind of guess what Nil is trying to get them to do or what they're trying to say. But I believe now Nil's current disguise is that of, I believe her name was Diana, who was also kind of had a little bit of an impact on Nil, seeing as they were betrayed by the divine in a way. So whenever Nil is like meeting at new people, they'll have this kind of disguise on, and that is very helpful when they're adventuring around with their basically caretaker, which is Cornith, who you'll hear about in a little bit.
And with that, why don't we move to Cornith?
Okay. Hi, I'm Drew, and I play the character Cornith, who is a satyr bard. He is from the village of Silva in the country of Alderaan, and was lives there with his parents until they died, and then was taken care of by a caretaker, and now he also has a friend named Indira who we'll be seeing at some point, that he grew up with. He is also someone who eats chairs, the ex-captain of the Maw of the Man ship, and Leviathan's ex, who Leviathan or Seven is the goddess that we worked with and against also last time. And now, after last campaign, Cornus is aspiring to be a forest ranger.
And Cornith also has a weird fixation with someone called Steve the Man.
Yeah, deer that I see sometimes. And sometimes he tells me to do stuff.
Alright. Let's move on. Next in the order.
Next. Alright. I am Ethan, and my character is Satyros. I'm a winged dragonborn blood hunter, and is also a werewolf. I'm from Inval, from the city of Solonvale, a poor city where I kind of act as like a freedom fighter for the people who don't have much and are constantly being taken advantage of by the government. I'm a former prince of a very faraway land, but everything I knew in that past life is gone and brought to ruin. So, I don't have any of that anymore. So, my future only lies here.
Alright.
I have a keen sense of smell, and I like to make use of it. I'm also very defensive and protective in combat, a little bit more of a tank, but gotten in a little bit of trouble my werewolf form, not being able to control it as well.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, next up.
All right. I guess last but not least for now, I am Andrew, not to be confused with Drew. I'm playing Karazi. Karazi is a Leadfoot halfling rogue, and he grew up in the Thieving Den, which is a nice little thieving society in Marin that got completely taken over by criminals and outlaws. Sick of all this government. Yay, anarchy. We love it. Karazi more or less has seen the society his entire life and is very comfortable in it. He lost his parents very young, so he's only ever known how to fend for himself. So he's a very independent person. However, because of this, he's very overtaken by anything entertaining. So his mission right now is to go out and do whatever is most entertaining at the time, which just so happens to be his hunt for the Storm Eye, and whatever else can be involved in that.
Awesome. And our last character, filling in for her today, is our good friend Matt, who will be playing, as Drew mentioned, a character named Indira, who is Cornith's childhood friend, who the group actually met within the Tower of Heaven, and then proceeded to join them halfway through their journey in the tower. Indira is a monk, and she's also a satyr. And much like Cornith, she has kind of had a weird upbringing where her family, her parents kind of died when she was young, and now she is kind of more looking for a purpose in life, and sure enough, the Forest Rangers have been an intriguing calling. So I don't know, Matt, if you want to introduce yourself at all, but that's basically the gist.
Hi, I'm Matt.
Perfect. All right. Well, with introductions out of the way, I guess we can officially kick this off here. So, the continent of Heyward. A far-off world of high fantasy, mystery, and magic. A world of ancient races descended down to the present day, in the place where our heroes call their home. It has been 6 months since you all departed the tower. 7 was unsure when your help would be needed again. But it looks like that day has come, as you all have received letters to return at once, which you all accept. No arguments. It takes roughly 1 to 2 weeks for each of you to return to the tower, with the first to arrive being our cast from Alderaan. So, we start with Indira, Cornith, and Nilnil. You all arrive to the tower. Looks fairly the same as when you left it. Yeah.
Wow, the tower. Been a while.
Nilno's going to nod.
Looks like we're the first ones here.
Kinda wishing we never had to go back here.
Nilno's going
Yeah.
to nod and then make an X with their arms.
Yeah, this place is filled with some both good and bad memories, that's for sure. Damn, I wish I still had that boat.
You mean my boat?
No. My boat.
No.
I won.
Nilno's gonna shake their head.
Well, it doesn't matter anymore because it's gone. But I still won.
Next to arrive is Satiros.
Biden, I'd look considerably worse. Just less organized. I have a crown that is askew on my head. Hey!
Nilno's gonna run over and give you a hug on your leg.
I'll pat you on the head. How's it going, everyone?
Hello, my big draconic friend. I'll give you a handshake.
Is it
Any,
a firm handshake?
Any word on what we're getting into here?
Nope, not yet. Guess we're just waiting for everyone to get here.
And sure enough, soon after, Karazi. You meet up with the group.
Krazi's gonna run up to Nil immediately.
And Nilno is also going to run up to you.
Oh.
Just kind of
Cue cinematic hug.
just like making little bell sounds as they kind of skip over to you. I'll also give you a hug.
No, and his 3 dads.
Exactly.
True.
Oh, though this one is definitely special. Nilno's going to hold out their hand to you, Karazi. And then Nilno's gonna pull out like a piece of gold and then put it in their own hand and then look into your eyes.
Karazi is gonna grasp the gold and your hands and give you like a beaming look back with tears welling up in his eyes.
Nilno's gonna keep staring into your eyes before using your voice to say, "Pay."
Oh my god! How do we do this again? I completely forgot.
All right. For context, and this could very well be changed, but due to some gambling that happened, Karazi has some sort of contract thing that makes it so every day gold spawns by him, and Nil will never forget this.
How could I have forgotten?
Wow.
And Nil knows you've forgotten. So Nil wants pay.
Oh yeah, don't I give Nil half?
It's whenever you forget, you give Nil half.
That's right. How many? What was it?
I think it's, what was it, a
10
D4 or
D10?
something? D10?
I think it was a D. It might have been a D10 actually. Yeah.
D10 times what? 4?
I don't remember. Just roll a D10 and whatever that is. That's how much gold you get.
Perfect. All right. Well, we get 7 gold.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, how much are you gonna give Nil as they
I'm gonna give
stare
Nil.
into your eyes?
I'm gonna give Nil all 7.
If Nil could, well, Nil is smiling, but you notice that the smile is in fact smiling, and Nil's gonna shake their
Aw.
head and make bell sounds as you give them the gold,
It was worth
and then
it.
hug you again.
Remember, kids, gambling's not good unless it is.
Unless it's free money.
Nil's gonna lead you over to the group.
So does anyone know why we're here?
Nuh-uh.
Give you a little fist bump. Still waiting on some divine intervention.
Like that was helpful last time.
Dylan's gonna nod.
You guys wait a bit, see if anyone else shows up. Surprisingly, no Martin Van Buren, unfortunately. But yeah, you guys all approach the base of the tower, and kind of as the pathway opens up into like the patch surrounding the tower, you notice a small little makeshift cabin that has been kind of erected right by the edge of the tree line. While it's structurally sound, you can tell it was not constructed with really any architectural integrity in mind. Rather, it kind of just makes use of surrounding trunks as pillars, where its walls kind of just fasten onto the trunks. And its base is largely just a shapen dirt pile, sturdy enough to walk on without it really collapsing. And really some like small wood planks that are being used as like shutters for windows that kind of look like maybe they were punched through. And finally, the roof is kind of woven out of like a combination of like string and mud and leaves and branches to sort of cover this whole structure. And if you guys wish, you guys can open Owlbear to see.
Oh,
Oh my god. Where's the link for it?
It's pinned.
Oh my god.
Should be that first.
Oh.
My name is not Swarm of Beetles. Thank you very much.
mine was
sure?
Dryad.
Mine's
I was
just
like,
straight
wait,
up
I
troll.
think Dryad's
No.
another one.
Just troll.
Just troll.
Wow.
Someone's
believe you're
invisible
such a
stalker.
troll.
Okay.
Alright. Everyone in?
Yes.
I am.
Alright, yeah. So that's kind of the scenario right now. What do you guys wish to do?
Elno's gonna high step over to the door.
Well,
Making little bell
this
sounds.
place has seen
Zing,
better
zing.
days, but nothing seems dangerous.
I'm sure it's fine. I'm gonna peek through the window though, just to be safe.
As you approach, you can kind of make out like some rummaging from inside.
Elno's gonna be looking over at Karazi.
Do I see anything inside if I look through the window?
Yes. Because the window is kind of not very well made, there's a little bit of light that kind of peeks through. And sure enough, you can see what looks to be a nice, comfy little setup with like a desk kind of in the back left corner. You see a bed in the opposite corner. You see a little like fireplace and stove. And you can see a table with some seats at it. But you can also make out a shape of someone kind of sitting at the desk area. And it is
Okay.
apparent that this person has large wings coming out from their back and what looks to be like horns as well.
Okay. I'll take that knowledge back then and just be like, I think someone's in there. I don't know, they have horns, I don't really recognize them.
Nilno's going to point to Cornith and Indira's horns. And then tilt their head.
No, they're different. They're like pointier.
Nil's gonna nod.
I'll look through the window.
Cornith, looking through the window, you peer in and you immediately recognize what looks to be the outline of Leviathan inside.
It's Leviathan! How the hell did you not recognize her?
Nilno's gonna look like they're giggling, but their mouth's not moving, so it's just like the head motion.
Christ, just gonna look away. Refusing to acknowledge you.
Well, gonna have to talk to her sometime. And I'm gonna knock on the door.
As you knock, you hear a little, like, almost like yelping sound, and some, like, stuff comes, like, crashing to the floor. And soon after, you hear a somewhat softer voice than what you remember to be Leviathan's. She's just like, 1 minute, coming! And soon after, the door swings open. Sure enough, reveals Leviathan. Oh my goodness! I knew I was expecting you all, but I wasn't expecting you this soon. Please, come in, please.
Hi, it's been a while.
It most certainly has. How have these last months been treating you all?
Not too bad.
Nilno's gonna kind of shake their head a little bit.
Traveling. Things definitely look like they've changed for you too.
Yes, well, fortunately I still have this hideous form, but I've managed to make a pretty decent living for myself, I would say. From the looks of it, it looks like she's kind of been really holed up in here for a long time.
So she's
in contact with the people of Heyward? Let them know anything?
I haven't. I don't know how they would react with this form in front of them. And also, I don't really know what the situation presents at this point, But, lately, over these past 6 months or so, I've been doing a bit of research, namely on the existence of that tree that we saw within the tower, the Reaper Blossom. I've tried to look into if there's any history surrounding these trees, and what I could come up with was very minimal, I'm afraid. And I was trying to see if there was really any ways of reversing the effects that, namely the Reaper Blossom, has had not only on the tower, but the continent as well. as you all know, the Reaper Blossom and its magic somehow converged with the magic that is possessed within the tower. And through this combining, the tower's magic somehow amplified the effects of the Reaper Blossom. Now, the decay is starting to spread once again, albeit slow this time, but if it's anything close to like what it was in the past, it doesn't spell good fortune for this continent. The only thing that I've been able to assess that confirms that any attempt to remove the Reaper Blossom will take the life of the individual who does so.
Just tell me that's not why we're here.
No. But there is another situation at hand. I don't know if you were all aware, but about 3 months ago, the tower went under some very strange reactions, I would say. There seemed to be these what almost looked like meteors, if you will, that kind of burst out from the top of the tower and kind of went in every which direction. Have any of you seen any of these in your travels, or?
Nilno's gonna look over at Cornith.
I don't remember any meteors. Anyone else?
DM know you all have.
Oh.
They were
It
at
was
the end of your
terrible.
voyage.
Yeah.
I do not remember that.
Ah, so it came from here.
So you have seen them. Yes, well, I'm afraid those meteors don't spell good news for the continent. As you all know, we were expelled from the tower from 6. And it seems his first course of action has already been in place. When the meteors initially sprout out, I wasn't really sure what they were, but after some thinking, I think I can now confirm that those meteors contain the rest of the 7 deadly sins. I'm sure you remember facing off against Captain Shark, who inherited the spirit of one of the sins named Belphegor. Granted, this was not all of the sin's complete power, but based on your battle with the captain, you should all understand the devastating force that these entities have.
Nilno's gonna nod.
That does sound concerning.
Say what, Ethan?
So the other sins are loose across the continent.
It seems that way. I haven't been able to pinpoint their direct locations, but based on the directions, the 5 of them were heading, I believe there to be one in each country.
Well, I mean, I guess that means wherever we go, we'll have a chance of finding one.
Alright, 5 of us, like, just split up 5
Easy.
All right, gang, split up and look for clues.
Nod moment.
I'll go with Daphne.
Unfortunately, as good of a plan as it sounds, I don't think any of you are strong enough to take on one by yourselves. This will be a group effort. Although, I have had some recollection of where I think each of the sins might have landed.
Oh, like, which went where?
Correct. Give me 1 second. DM tries to paste.
Almost gonna kind of kick their feet a little bit, swing their head around a little. You can tell that Nil's kind of zoning out a little bit.
Yeah, Cornus might want to start munching on some chairs soon.
Oh no.
He'll take out like a book from his like bag and just like take a bite out of it.
Is this not opening?
Sedaros is just gonna like play with his crown a little bit. That have some.
Very deep thought.
As follows. The sins, including myself and Lucifer, or Lucifero. As you know, Belphegor, the sin of greed, the one Captain Chark had some of his spirit. I believe Belphegor landed in the country of Logia. Logia is a kingdom and a nation of 2 halves, I would say. Situated in the southeast of the continent, the majority of this country's land is covered in a thick fog-covered jungle and swamp. Well, most of its habitable land lies at the basin of Heyward's tallest mountain, Mount Zareth. The capital city of Logia is Acna, and it is home to Logia's leader, King Dreyer X. Next is the sin of lust, Asmodeus. I believe she landed in the country of Marin. Marin is a desert country to the northwest. Marin is a quiet country largely concerned with remaining neutral and providing for itself. In its capital, Aegil sits at the basin of the Sand Snake at an oasis and is home to the current Prime Minister, Heron Okabe. Marin, being a largely desert land, means it does not have many resources to provide in either trade or even for itself in that matter. So its resources are largely used to provide for its own people. And in the far north of this country, a raging sandstorm, home to some terrifying creatures, exists. And I'm sure, as you know, also toward the north is the Thieves' Den, which I believe you hail from, Karazi.
Yeah, pretty good place. Have you been there before?
And Lowell's gonna kind of facepalm.
I can't say I have, but it is home to many scoundrels, and has been a thorn in the side of Marin's government for years. Next,
Just like you, Grazi. The thorn in our side.
Oh! Oh! Don't make me put a
Drama
thorn in your side.
already.
Kidding.
How dare you?
next is the Sin of Wrath, Satanus. I believe he landed in the country of Shinra. Shinra is the wealthiest nation on the continent, and is a shogunate that boasts one of the largest militaries on the continent as well. Shinra is also the largest country in terms of land area, and is home to many different environments, such as plains to the east, which houses a passage through the mountains known as Wyvern Alley, the Hibana Marsh, which is really the main factor of the country's wealth, as it houses an enormous system of farmland used for large exports of many different plants and vegetables and whatever crops you can think of, as well as a large outcropping of magical substance known as lacrima. And finally in Shinra is the Ignea Archipelago, which is home to Mount Ignea, which has been a long dormant volcano. And the current shogun, Lady Tamaki, they say she is as beautiful as she is ruthless. Next is the Sin of Sloth, Mammon, who I believe resides in Alderaan. Alderaan is a forest nation. The country is completely covered in woods, except for the small river valley that is situated in the east. Alderaan has been notoriously difficult to traverse through, meaning almost all commerce is by sea. Alderaan's forests are home to many eerie creatures and many different species. Cornith, Indira, Nilno, I'm sure you can speak on just what sort of horrors you might have experienced with the forest.
Yeah, but after what Nil did to the last forest creature that was upon us, I'm not too worried.
Oldo's gonna nod, make some high-pitched bell sounds.
Come on, here we go.
The capital of Alderaan is Ohara, which has been built around the great tree Tetramony. And finally is the Sin of Gluttony, Beelzebub, which resides in Inville. Inville is the northernmost country on the continent, covered in an icy tundra. The majority of Inville is populated and situated along the large lake in the southern portion of the country, known as Lake Galatia. Inville is home to 4 major cities that are situated on this lake. 3 on the edges of the lake, and the capital, Fullbuster, which is situated on an island in the center. Inville is governed by a high council made of members of many of the different cities, and is headed by an elected official that resides in the capital. The entire group of all these people from the different cities is known as the Galatia Triangle, and it was named after the positioning of the cities along the lake. But anyway, regardless of all this background, as which I'm sure all of you are somewhat aware of, I'm not really sure what Six is planning. My best guess is that there has been some sort of way that he can unlock the weaponization of the tower. In my time away from you all, I've also been looking into the magic of the tower itself and how it is able to sort of host its own world within itself. And while I don't wish to tamper with the lives of the people residing inside, I have considered the possibility of trying to remove them from the tower, based on what I've learned about the capabilities of this weapon. So, with what little details I have on this weapon, but from what I can recall from traveling the continent in my earlier days, I believe there to be blueprints scattered about Heyward. And once these blueprints are all together, that somehow they'll reveal how to actually activate this ancient weapon. And I believe that essentially is what Six is after.
Well, it looks like we'll just have to find those plans first.
Milno's gonna nod.
Doesn't seem like too difficult of a task.
I'll just have to make sure not to eat the paper.
Yeah, we're not gonna let you near it. Sorry, buddy. We'll get you some other books. It's old and dusty. You don't want
Milno's
these.
gonna stare at Corneth. Just like stare at him.
I mean, yeah, but I can memorize it through eating it. I mean, that's why I eat every page of a book after I read it. So I make sure I remember it. But I get it, this is a ancient manuscript and it shouldn't be eaten. So I won't. But I want to. But I won't.
Cornus certainly gives a different meaning to eating you out of house and home.
All your books will be mine. Ow, ow, ow.
Milno's gonna like look over at Seven and stare at them.
Seven gives a smile back.
So, we go find these other sins, stop them from finding the blueprints, whack them around a little bit. Is that the game plan?
And then
More or less. If you are able to recover the blueprints before they do, perhaps we can find a way to weaponize the tower for ourselves to stop Six in his whatever plans he has.
Oh yeah, our own super weapon.
But if possible, I don't want it to come to that. If there's some other way, then I'd much rather take that path.
You know, if Coin does eat the blueprint, Six won't be able to get his hands on it.
You make a good point. Counter argument, they might torture it out of him.
Nuh-uh.
I suppose.
All right, that's good enough for me.
Well, I suppose that's true. I wouldn't recommend eating very important documents such as those.
That's
You never
only
know.
as a last resort.
We'll leave it up to a group vote when we get to there.
Very well.
Nilno's gonna poke Corn's stomach.
You have any more information on these other sins specifically? Which ones to look out for, and the easiest ones we should target first? Any kind of weaknesses?
I'm afraid I haven't met any of them myself, aside from Belphegor, in a sense, even though that was really just a fraction of his spirit. But from what I know, each and every one of them are as dangerous as they come. So, I would just be very wary of how you approach should you come into a contact with any of them.
Nilno's gonna like hop down off their seat and go over to Satiros and then just like shake his hand. And then stare at him with a smile.
Yeah. Got anything in particular you getting at?
Say what now?
Just trying to speak in a little here.
Nilno's gonna keep staring until repeating in your own voice, approaching them well. And then shake your hand again.
I apologize. I need to pause for a quick 5 minutes. I really need to pee.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Too many beers.
I'll go too.
Alright. We'll be right back.
I'll help.
God.
Nilno's like he's trying to give you a nice greeting. When we run into the sins, we have to make sure we treat them well. So Nilno walked up to you and shook your hand.
I have to remember how to speak in Elmo. It's a journey.
It's been a good amount of time.
Do we even know what Sin 7 is?
That's a good question. I'm like going through the ones you just mentioned.
Envy, I think, is another one that's left, and I can't remember the last one.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, I feel like that was something that we learned.
Because wasn't Leviathan a sin?
Oh yeah.
What's the last sin? I think 7 is Envy. I can't remember what the last sin is.
I think you're right.
Keep an eye on him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was looking at the map, at like each of the places he was pointing out, and I'm like, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's the last one. Pride.
Mm-hmm. Don't
Wait,
think
no,
they.
Pride was on the other side, right? No, it's not.
Yeah, because Wrath was one of like the last ones mentioned.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey.
So, Greed is... Open up. Greed is in Logia. Wrath is in Shinra.
Mm-hmm.
Lust is in Marin. Glutton is in Invel. And what's the last one? Sloth. is in
Aladron.
Aldo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
And out of context, 7 is technically the sin of envy.
Nailed
Where-
it.
I was gonna say, give yourself a pat on the back, Ethan. Actually
We talked about that
called
a
it.
little bit,
And 6 is pride.
It's pride. Mhm. Satyrs is probably gonna ask about that anyways. In context. Do you want to put that and the names for them in one of the channels?
Sure. Can throw it in the notes channel.
Just make sure we have that living somewhere.
Wait a minute, guys. We have one of the sins right in front of us. Let's take him out. Like, thanks for telling us where the others are. We'll get them. But first,
Bam.
you.
She's still 7. She was turned into envy.
No, she looks older than 7.
That's right. 0-0 wins.
What happened to my music?
And the clear character was clear and will not part of the character again.
Welcome back.
Oh.
whole team then.
All right. Well, let's get back to it then. So we left off. Yeah. So basically, blueprints.
So, why are the other Sins listening to 6 specifically, and not you?
Well, 6 has really made a name for himself in the underworld, and as such, he's gained the loyalty of the rest of them, and now they are his followers. As frightening as that is to think about, unfortunately, it's the truth. But moving along, I've sent contacts out to each of the countries who have been trying to keep tabs on where either the blueprints might be or the sins might be. I referred to these individuals as my scions of light. These individuals include, first, a man working as an informant for the Sleetsworn, a man working as a member of the Forest Rangers,
I was gonna look at Cornith and Indira.
I wonder if we've met them already.
a former prince that now wanders the rainforests of Logia, a woman working as an advisor to the Emperor of Shinra. Finally, a woman working as a traveling merchant across the desert of Marin. These 5 individuals wished to keep their names secret until you've properly met with them. And I have made them aware of your mission and who you are.
Alright, well, I probably have met the Sleetsworn person.
Hint, hint, these may be guest characters down the road.
You're telling me we get to choose who becomes the new guest character?
Yo, let's go.
That's kind of tight.
I didn't say everyone was going to be a new guest character, but 1 or 2 maybe.
I was gonna kind of just look at the group and look back at 7 and give does no have thumbs? Give a finger, a thumbs up. I had to think about that one because I know Nilmo's got like the claws.
No, flips the bird.
That's why I had to be like, wait a minute.
Wow.
I mean, that still kind of works for Nilno. Yeah,
Difficult
alright,
one.
Nilno does have opposable thumbs, though that's a claw, so.
I need art of Nil
No,
flipping.
no flipping off.
Yeah,
Nice.
Nilno does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're good. Whew.
So, with that, your mission is simply as follows. Make contact with each of the scions and help them find the blueprints before the sins do. And once you recover the blueprints, return them to me.
Nilno's gonna nod and do a little clap.
Any further questions?
Which one should we go at, or do we know where we're going first? Do we have to loose that out ourselves?
I figured you all could make that decision yourselves. While each are important, I know that some of you might have a better idea of who to contact first over others, but I won't sway you one way or the other. However, if you do come to a decision, please take this. As she reaches over and hands you a sending stone. Once you all have made a decision on where you're going to first, contact me so I can be aware and notify that particular scion.
Nilno's gonna look over at Satiros and then point at the sending stone.
Sure, I can take it.
Nilno's gonna clap a little.
Yes, I'm getting there. So, begs the question. Where should we go first?
I mean, the one we've dealt before is Belphegor, and that they're in Logia, and we beat up Chark pretty soundly, so that's an option.
Nilno's gonna shake their head. No.
Why not? Surely Captain Chark didn't scare you that much.
Nilno's gonna shake their head. No.
Who knows if it'll be the same experience.
Well,
Where was the sign for Logia again? Is that the dude just wandering the rainforest?
The scion for
Yeah,
Logia, is a former prince that now wanders the forests of Logia.
Traumatized from
That's gonna be
forward.
hard to find.
true.
Nilno's gonna point at Cornith and Indira.
I mean, there is the Forest Guild. Well, I'm not sure if we've met this person yet. I do at least have contacts there.
Nilno's gonna nod. And then Nilno's gonna go over and kind of like go through Cornith's stuff a little bit and then pull out his book of creatures. And then just like hold it into the air.
What?
You all see Nilno pull out Cornith's copy of the Forest Ranger's Guide to the Malevolent, which I can link to you all.
Nice.
Yeah, that is one thing that will help us. And
Sounds
that
like
is
we'll
one.
be pretty well prepared.
Yeah.
Seems
That
like our
is
best
one
option.
book I will not eat. This one's important.
Nilno's gonna put it down in front of Cornith and then kind of stand confidently.
Though I don't think this is going to have any information on any of the enemies or the enemy we're looking for, but it will definitely help us stay alive out in the wilderness. Does anyone else have any other suggestions?
No, I think this is a good first option.
I mean, I think the Sleetsworn of Invel would be pretty easy to come through as well. And the sin of gluttony, living in such a resource-deprived place, just a little irony's not lost on me. But I don't feel like we're all quite ready to go up there yet.
Nono's gonna look down at the ground.
Well, I guess if we have no other ideas, then I guess going after Mammon first in Alderaan is our first stop. I mean,
Plus, it's in a slot, so.
yeah,
Oh
that's
my
what
God.
I say. Yeah, don't think it's gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
Nono's gonna look back up and then start clapping a little bit.
So Alderaan is your final decision?
I guess so.
Very well. I will make contact with the Scion, and I'll message you on the sending stone when I figure out with them the best place for you to meet.
Awesome.
I'm sorry to have dragged you all the way out here only for you, but I'm afraid this business is urgent, and I really don't know who else to call at this point.
Well, I mean, you got us, so.
I appreciate it. As Seven kind of finishes explaining everything to you all, the fireplace starts to kind of crackle and flicker a bit more violently. After a bit, a slight tremor erupts from the ground as you then see a bright purple and reddish light fill the room. After it
Nono's gonna
finishes,
jump to the ground. Nope.
after it all finishes, Seven has a very worried look on her face. Crap! I didn't think it would start at a time like this. She looks out the window, and you all do so as well, and see a horde of fouling emerge from the tower as the entrance opens up. Seven quickly turns back to you all. Listen to me, heroes. We don't have any more time to stick around now. Six has already enacted his plan. I assume you all understand the mission well enough. So run, and I'll hold them off. Take the sending stone, and we can keep in contact. Once you're on your way, message me through that, and I'll inform the Scion of your arrival. Quickly, now go! Seven begins to usher you all out of the house quickly.
Yep, Nomo is jump running.
Better not lose.
We'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Seven ushers you all out quickly as you run outside and see about 10 to 15 fouling now patrolling the base of the tower. As soon as you guys make your way out, they all spot you and begin to make chase. As you dash away, you see Seven pull out her scythe and start hacking away at the leaping foulings. As she begins to tear them down one by one, you see the cabin and Seven sort of begin to fade into the tree line as you begin running.
Nilno's running as fast as they can.
Run.
Little Nilno.
Now-
Cornus is gonna grab Nilno and put him
Yeah.
on his shoulders. Here, little one. Come on.
Now, at this point, I guess you guys have all been running for a good 10 minutes or so before you initially stop to take a break. The tower seems to be out of sight at this point.
Wow. Damn, we booked it.
We're fast as fuck, boy.
Nilno like climbs down off of Cornith, then like looks tired, and then just kind of like pulls a little like cloth out, starts wiping his forehead.
It's okay, Nil. Rest up.
Nilno starts passing like water to everyone.
Oh,
Some of it's actual real.
Real angle, but to see if I can pick out any details of the fight.
oh yes. Could I cast Find Familiar, please? Bring back
Sure.
my glorious hawk.
Sure.
Sweet. Well, out of my little spatial dimension, I'll pull out whatever we named the hawk, which we will find later. And it'll go up with Satiros as well and stay up there to continue patrolling.
Can I have the two of you make perception checks?
Seven.
Will be a 20.
Alright. Karazi, looking through your hawk's eyes, you don't really hear anything as the trees kind of sway blissfully around you and all seems quiet for now. However, Satiros, as you pause, taking your surroundings, you begin to hear the approaching steps of foulings as they pounce out of the bushes and begin to swipe at Cornith.
Wow.
Damn.
So, can I have you all roll initiative, please?
Dun, dun, dun. I really hope this dice doesn't have to go to dice jail. Okay, good.
Hold on, I've got a good quote here. That stood out to me. As you look through your hawk's eyes, you hear the trees, and I was just like, I'm like, no way. I'm sorry, that just stood out.
I'm just that good at seeing, you know?
Good catch.
Add to initiative tracker.
Where is my initiative?
A humble bar.
Also, just a random question, Nil. How big are you?
Nilno is 4'3" I believe.
I will just let you know that Nil is bigger than Karazi.
Holy cow! Ain't no way. Wow.
That
That,
is something.
That's funny.
The
Wow.
doll is. I didn't want to go any
Man.
shorter with Nil because Onipam is like small, like tiny. So
I didn't realize how small Karazi was until I just looked
Yeah,
at him. I'm like, God.
yeah, I didn't either.
Post time skip. 0-0.
The doll can grow.
If you're
Ooh.
just a doll, can we get you like leg extensions?
Do you want to cut off Nil's legs and find out, or
I mean, well,
Do you
not-
use your
I-
legs?
we don't need to cut them off to give you extensions.
I'm pretty sure Nil can still bleed. It's like a Five Nights at Freddy's character or something.
Wow.
Also,
Man,
I'm
that's
guessing
not a
we're on
bleed.
the. I think we're on the area under here.
Yes,
Ah.
thank you.
All right, dads, get around Nil.
I love that we made the character smaller. This
And
is
Mom.
so funny.
Yeah, it's their actual,
Actual size.
Wait.
I can make mine a little smaller. There we go.
There we go.
Wait, you can put them in. Wait,
We can stack
wait
each other.
put Nil on top of mine and put Karazi on top of Nil.
There you go.
It's like a Beyblade.
Actually. Also, dang,
Wow.
Corneth got jumped.
Wow, the little ones are all attacking me.
Also, I don't know about you guys, but I'm so excited to play these characters with all of the homebrew stuff. I have so many more options.
Oh,
It's so much
shoot.
more fun.
You guys all put yourselves in shift tracker.
Yeah, I should be in there.
Yeah,
Right.
might.
Let me
I think I might,
just-
yeah.
Wait, why am I not?
Fitty.
Oh no, here it is. I forget that's in there.
Did my song?
Wow, Cornus was still charmed. Probably from the last, like, even before the mini session, I just never took the condition off.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't automatically, like, do it.
Alright, so out of the bushes, you see what look to be foulings, but they look a little bit different from ones that you encountered in the tower. These foulings are a bit more stout, and they have, instead of more like fleshed face, it looks like their face is more like a skull almost. And they also have wings as well.
They're even more foul now.
And so you see two of them approach.
Getting out of hand. Whoa.
Oh
my God.
Two of them.
Oh my goodness!
God, how many steroids did they give these things?
They're boosted.
Energy steroids. Oh no.
Alright. So
You. 7 siblings.
the first one will fly over and attack you, Cornith.
Youch.
With a multi-attack. So he will have 2 attacks with his tail. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay. Another 20.
Yeah.
And a 23.
Wow.
Or actually another 20, actually.
Wow.
All 20s.
Wait, so how many attacks hit me?
3.
3.
3.
Jeez.
So the first 2 attacks are with its tail. You'll take 6 and 11 piercing damage, respectively. Next, he will try and use a spell attack on you, as its mouth will open and flames will emanate from within as it hurls a small little fireball at you. And it will do 15 fire damage.
Youch.
Bazinga.
Next, number 2 will come over to Indira, and it will use its tail to attack you. 22 to hit. Matt.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. And that will do 10 piercing damage to you.
Oh wait, I forgot. I'm under the effect of Sanctuary because of Tranquility. So, can you make a... I'm trying to remember Sanctuary off my head. I think it's a Wisdom save to see if you target me.
Wisdom?
Yes.
14.
14, okay. Ah, that does make it. Okay.
And actually, can I have both Indira and Corneth make Constitution saving throws?
Okay, you said 10 piercing?
Yep,
Oh wait, I can't modify this sheet. I'll just write it down.
I got you.
Mine's 10.
Ooh, 16.
Okay. 21.
Alright. Indira, you save. Corneth, you do not. Corneth, you are now inflicted with an infernal wound.
Wow. What does that mean?
You'll find out.
Wow.
Alright. Next. Yes, Ethan, I believe so.
Cool.
Who's next? I think Karazi, you were next.
Huh?
Who's top of the order? I don't have it up right now.
Indira.
Indira, alright.
Alright, so... I'll go ahead and punch the thing in front of me. Let's do the first 2 attacks. Oh no, natural 20 on first attack.
Nice.
Dang.
Alright, let's see. And then second attack is barely anything. It's like 10 to hit. which I
No.
assume this is. How do we do crits in Heyward?
I think mostly the same as we do in other campaigns.
It was
Basically
double
just
damage,
double the
wasn't it?
damage.
Okay. Alright.
In campaigns that I'm tarnished by Randy.
Alright. And, sure, let's make that a stunning strike with a key point. So make a con save for that, boy.
Uh, 6.
Alright, he's stunned.
Alright.
Alright, if I
Forget what stun does.
You'd be pretty familiar.
Oh, true.
Attacks against the creature have advantage.
Yeah.
And
And the creature can't really move.
yep, or can't take actions or reactions.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna spend hold on, was that that isn't a bonus action to stunning strike, that's just something you do. So I'll do flurry of blows
Alright.
to make another 2 attacks.
How much damage did it take on the first one?
On the first one, it took 22 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Alright, and now roll with advantage. Okay. Indira doesn't have anything that helps her, that like has her crit on 19s, right? No. No, it's just a high roll. Okay, 27 to hit.
Yep.
And the other one is... That's cocked. Can I roll that again? Come on, what the hell? Another crit, wow.
Dang, good to
Hey.
have you on our
Hey.
side.
Alright.
Alright, so let's do this. Alright. 11. Oh, that was a pretty shitty roll for that. Okay, 11 plus to 12. 23 bludgeoning damage on Flurry of Blows, and for that, I told you I'm going to be burning all of your key points.
As mentioned.
Do... Come on. Open... Oh wait, no, this doesn't use any key points at all. I'm going to use Open Hand Technique to have it... fall prone. Get push. If it fails, or it can't take a reaction until the end. I'll have it, I'm trying to have it push and fall prone down. Make a dex save. Which, actually, wait. It's paralyzed. So, I'm trying to see if there's anything about that.
It failed, I think, for...
Automatically fails dex saves. Yeah, so it's prone
Alright.
as well.
Man.
And
Beat the
that's
thing.
Indira's turn.
Alright. Karazi.
Jeez, okay. Alright,
That?
Crosley is going to sneak around behind thing 1. And
We'll get flanking corner.
yes. And then I will use my green flame blade on beautiful little righty. Oh, give it a good old swing. That thing number 1. 24.
That hits.
Awesome. I'm going to use one of my sneak attack dice to do a cunning strike and try to poison it. So can it make a con save while I roll damage?
Oh yeah, I forgot how sick new rogue is.
I know, I'm so excited.
That is.
Oh, yeah.
I assume it fails.
What was it, sorry?
6.
Yeah, that fails. So it is poisoned.
It is immune to poison damage.
Yes.
Gasp.
Great
Okay.
Scott.
The damage with a condition.
Well, no, it's poison condition.
Oh.
It doesn't do any damage. It has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
It is immune to both.
Okay, never mind. Well, that sucks. Oh well.
Good enough.
Alright, is that it for you?
Yes. Hold on for the damage. 15 plus. Okay, it'll take 15 slashing and 2 fire damage.
It is also immune to fire damage.
Oh my god. I hate this thing. I hate this thing so much.
He's just not getting it a turn.
Alright, well,
So 15 slashing?
yes. 15 slashing.
Alright. Satirist.
How high up am I?
I don't know. How high up do you want to be?
The tree line.
How high
So
up
you
is above the
see.
tree line?
Hmm.
Say 20 feet.
Okay, cool, good enough. Sail in like a missile on these dudes. How hurt are they looking?
They're relatively fine.
Perfect. I will time to go werewolf.
Alright.
So as I erupt through the tree line, I'm gonna turn into a werewolf. And then slash twice at thing 1.
Okie dokie.
Okay. That is a 16 and an 18 to hit.
18 hits, 16 does not.
Okay. All right. That'll be 8 damage.
What kind of damage?
Slashing.
Okay.
Magical stocking.
Okie dokie. Is that it for you?
Actually, I'm gonna go here. But yes, that's it.
Alright. Cornith.
Okay. I'm gonna attack it and use a defensive flourish. So it's my first hit. That is 22.
Hmm.
That hits.
So I'll do 11 damage. What? 11 slashing and extra damage equal to Bardic Inspiration die, which is a D8. Oh, that one's only 2. So 13 damage and I get +2 armor class until my next turn, and then I have one more attack.
13, what damage?
Slashing. And the other attack is a 12, but I'm gonna use my lucky feat to reroll it.
Ooh.
Oh, perfect! Natural 20.
Hey.
Alright.
That's what the
We
lucky
are
feat's
crits.
for.
Yeah.
Now let's see. Oh, so that is about 10 damage, double to 20.
Nice.
That's what you get for doing whatever you did to me. Foul thing 1. And do I have any bonus? Or does that count? No, that's a special. So I still have bonus action tending. But nothing I want to do right now. So I am done.
And since you failed the Constitution throw earlier, you will actually take some damage.
He explodes. No.
Wow.
Poor Cornith, man.
Man, I should use my lucky on that hit to make it miss.
You'll take 11 damage from the Infernal Wound.
Youch. Okay.
Cornith, okay.
No.
Oh.
Not really. I have a little extra AC, but oh, what the fuck did I just close? It's fine, but yeah. Oh yeah, can't do anything about that.
Okay. No.
Alright. Seeing as Cornith was attacked out of nowhere, and now we're all kind of jumping these guys, Nil is going to do what a Nil does and disengage. As it watches thing number 1 get absolutely jumped by Satiros and Karazi ? Nil is going to roll over behind Cornith and make little bell sounds as they kind of like spin. They go like cling, 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 as they kind of get away. And then Nil is going to stand up and start looking around, surveying the area, making sure there's no more that are already kind of lurking around as we've just got jumped.
Alright.
And I'm guessing that we're pretty good, or do you want me to roll perception? What we got?
No. You should be good.
Alright, well, Nilno, noticing everything is good, Nilno's gonna turn over to the group. And as a bonus action, Nilno's going to bellow their cape and give everyone a thumbs up while staring at them.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
no.
Thank you,
And that's Nilno's turn.
Are you sure Nil isn't a bard? Because I feel hella inspired.
The opposite, Nilno's a warlock. Watch out.
Nice.
No's gonna inspire you to do bad things, like litter.
I think Nilno only has one bonus action, and that's Misty Step, right? So the cape is a bonus action to bellow, so I'm making use of that.
Let's go.
Good luck on your rolls.
Right. Thing 1 will attack Satiros this time. And it will hurl flame at you. That is a 13 to hit.
Nope, not close.
Alright.
What you like to hear?
Okay. Then as a bonus action, after it misses its fire attack at you, you all see Thing 1 slowly become enveloped in flames as the flames kind of rush up its arm and through its torso, and then finally into its face area, into its wings.
Oh.
That thing's on fire.
Here's it
Alright.
is.
Meanwhile, Thing 2 will try and tail attack Indira for a 27.
It's
It's stunned.
Oh, true. Then never mind. Thank you for reminding me. Doesn't it have to make a save to break out of stun?
It's until the next of your next. It's till the end of my next turn.
Okay. Well, you're next.
All right. So I'm gonna punch a thing while it's down.
Thing while it's down.
I believe. It's prone and paralyzed currently. So
Prone,
that-
paralyzed, stunned.
It's
Thing
fucked.
2. Yeah, Thing 2
Or-
is kind of just.
or my bad. Prone and
vegetable.
stunned. Yeah. So is this attack? Since I have double advantage, is this advantage +1 or just regular?
I don't know. I think we've ever really done like stacked advantages before.
Yeah, it's tough.
I would just say a normal advantage.
Okay. First attack is a 20 to hit. Second attack is a lot. It's 27 to hit.
You said the first one was 20.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, those both hit.
How's he looking?
Fine.
He's looking fine. Alrighty then. Well, actually, we'll see what happens after this, and I'll consider whether or not you're to lose. Okay, that's 12 plus 9. So that's 21. How's he looking after 21 more HP? Or 21 more bludgeoning damage?
He's looking rough, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, let's do flurry of blows then.
He's going. Use all the points.
Dang, that was a bit. Does 15 hit?
Nope.
Sedge. Okay, but
1 day.
23 will hit. So
Yep.
let's do one more. And that's 11 more bludgeoning.
Alright.
And
Still looking
that
rough.
does it. So yeah, Indira's just wailing on him while he's just on the ground. Trying to maybe hit the points where the wings meet the rest of the body.
Got
Alright.
another Taylor.
Karazi. Oh wait, I have to roll, don't I?
Oh no,
Everything,
it's
yeah.
just done.
Okay.
He has prone though.
Alright. Yeah. Karazi.
Okie dokie. Well, seeing as my main move doesn't do anything against it. I'm just gonna go in with righty and lefty. Good old 1-2. Let's see, a 21 and an 18.
Those both hit.
Sweet. Okay, 38 damage.
Wow. Alright.
And said, you know what? I can do more this way.
Wait, that was really good rolls. Holy.
38, you said?
Yeah.
Alright. Thing 1 is looking bloody.
Sweet.
That's something good to
that'll be
hear.
good.
That is something.
Got a lot of things going on.
Is that it for you, Karazi?
Yeah, yes, sorry. That is.
Alright. Satyros.
All right. I think you two got thing 1 covered. I'm gonna bounce around to here. So thing 1 can get an opportunity attack.
Alright, he will.
Bring it on, brother.
Swing at you with his tail. Oh, that's not one.
Dang.
Yeah.
Lucky you.
Alright. I don't even need to flex my insane armor class. Alright, well, I'll do whatever. Claw at myself a little bit to bring up my Rite of Storm. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, Rite of the Storm. And make 2 attacks against thing 2.
With
Alright.
advantage.
With advantage with flanking. Come on, please. Alright, the lowest is 19 plus whatever the flanking bonus is. So it's a +2, right? So 21.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
plus
well,
2 sounds right.
Oh wait, that was with disadvantage. Cool. Yeah, it's like 20 something. 20 something. Both hits.
Okay, yeah, those both hit.
Alright, so I'm gonna do slashing damage first. Alright, 18 slashing damage. And 7 lightning damage.
Alright. Thing 2. He's looking bloodied now.
Oh man.
Oh, I missed this.
Is that it for you, Satyros? Alright,
That's it.
Cornith.
Alright, let's see if we can finish this guy off. Or, wait. I forget, is there anyone else here that can, like, heal?
Nil can only pretend to heal.
Nope.
Well, that's not good. Hopefully we can kill this guy before I go down. Oh shit.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Dira has frozen lasagna.
Oh. Oh
Always
fuck.
heals me.
Just
But
say.
will I die from the fire? God, how much did I take last turn?
11.
11. Well, I have more than 11 health. A
Did
little.
you start with full health?
Yes,
Jesus.
He kind of got jumped and then jumped.
I did get jumped. Well, I guess just defensive flourish to try and raise my AC is probably the best option. Okay, well, the first one doesn't hit, and it's
Oh, I forgot to mention, Karazi. You took 3 fire damage after your turn.
Oh. Well, that's not fun. Okay.
Aww.
okay. The second one hit though. With a what is that? 27.
Yep.
So, 6 plus that. Well, that damage wasn't great, but 7 plus the 3 vibration, so 10. 10 damage, and I have plus 3 AC till my next turn.
Mm-hmm. He's boosted.
Right. And I don't think I can give Bardic Inspiration. Or can I do that on the same turn I use a flourish? 'Cause it does
Is
use
the flourish a bonus action?
No, it's a special action.
Just uses a bardic inspiration, right?
Yeah, but I was wondering, since it uses one, can I not use 2 in a turn?
I don't think so.
So I cannot use 2. Oh, you
No, I
want-
don't think so.
Okay. Well, then I have nothing else.
Alright. 0-0.
And with that, does Nil go for that one? Alright, Nil is going to point over at Thing 1 as a gray and white kind of glow appears on Nil's finger, and it's gonna fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts, depending if they hit, as Nil fires the first one for a natural 20 for a total of 29. We take those crits.
How do you want to do this?
Well, Nil, after kind of belling the cape and everyone attacking it, Nil's going to kind of put their legs together and then point over at it and fire the Eldritch Blast as it kind of shatters the skull. That's, well, the skull.
Alright, you see Thing 1 fall to the ground. However, unlike the foulings that you've encountered in the past, it does not turn to ash quite yet. Is that it for you, Mona?
Well, I was only the first blast, but does that count as a... Is the creature kill?
I don't know.
Alright, because
Well, that's
whenever
important,
Nil
maybe.
Whenever Nil kills something, Nil gains a max HP. So that's why I'm intriguing if the creature is killed.
You do not know if it's kill or not.
Does Nil get the temporary HP points?
No.
Well then, Nil is going to look confused at the creature at the ground and kind of over at themselves, just kind of wondering what happened to it. Then Nil's gonna turn and face the other thing and fire the last Eldritch Blast for... Oh, that's not gonna be great. That's a 13.
To hit?
Yes.
That misses.
Alright. So the second Eldritch Blast It's kind of a weird shot shooting between Cornith and Indira. It's kind of just woo kind of over them.
Alright.
And Nilnil's going to get behind Cornith. And then as a bonus action, put a hand on his back and bellow Nilnil's cape.
Wow, thanks.
And Nilnil is going to stare. And that's going to be all for Nilnil.
Alright. Thing 2 will stay prone. However, as it is on the ground, you hear Thing 2 open its mouth as its jaw begins to like kind of crack. And then the next thing you hear, it lets out this wailing screech. And as it does so, you see Thing 1 get back up on its feet. He's still looking bloodied, but he is back up.
Nilnil's going to stomp the ground. Nilnil tantrum.
And that'll be it for Thing 2. So, Indira.
Is it still prone?
It is still prone.
Alright. Double attack. Natural 20.
Hey, you
We
get
are crit.
I mean, advantage helps. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh shoot, I should have rolled with advantage.
Alright. And the second one is. Yeah, okay, let me see.
oh, I completely forgot. Cornith, shit. You take another 3 fire damage as well.
How much?
3.
I keep on rolling
Okay.
dookie damage on,
Oh, let's gonna patch
on
your
the
back
crit
again.
roll. Okay, that's okay. So, well, actually, at least it wasn't that one. All right, 14 plus 5. Wow,
19.
damage.
Wait, what did I take damage from?
If it was enveloped in a fire, anything within 5 feet of it will take a d6 fire damage.
Okay.
But that fire is now out because it went down. So
Oh, I,
I got a
oh, I
headshot.
forgot that Indira has an alert. Next time.
so what was the hits?
Well, I'm going to. Well, it's 19
Oh, you got a
damage.
crit, right?
Yeah, the first one was 14. The second one was 5 damage.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah. I'm gonna think that Indira kind of kicks up with the crit, kicks up Thing 2 into the air, and then she drops down with her elbow on Thing 2 to finish it off.
All right,
Combo.
your people's elbow, if you will, goes directly into the skull of Thing 2, cracking it. And Thing 2 falls. But he also does not turn into ash quite yet. Alright.
Okay. That's it for Indira then.
Karazi.
Oh, all right. How's Thing 2 looking?
Thing 2 just
Thing
got
2 is down.
Oh,
Thing
yeah.
1 is bloodied.
Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna go... Ooh, let's do something different this time. Um. Nah, never mind. Not a good timing for that. He's just gonna go ahead with righty and lefty again.
Okay.
18 is the lowest.
Yep, that's it.
Cool. Oh wow, 39.
How do you want to do this?
Kraj is just gonna go ahead and give him like an uppercut with righty, and then like do a backflip with lefty for a second one, and just like cut him in half.
All right. Yeah. So as you strike down thing one, you see both of them have fallen, and now the two of them begin to start fading into ash.
I don't like how much stronger they are.
Nilno's gonna go over and kind of like kick the remaining ash of thing one. And start stomping the ground where it was.
Wake up, babe. My salad just dropped.
And with that, they are defeated. So, you guys defeated these two foulings. It doesn't seem like any more are on their way initially, so you guys are kind of left with what to do next.
We should probably try to keep heading away from here, so we don't have any more fouling problems.
Nilno's gonna like put their hands like kind of over their eyes as like binoculars and like looking around too.
Perception check, nil.
Alright, Nil. Well, alright, in classic Nil fashion, it looks like Nil is doing it, but that is an 8.
Nice.
So whether or not Nil is actually looking around, Nil is doing at least the motion.
So you like form your hands into like the binoculars, but like you clasped your hands like too tightly, so really you're just seeing like nothing.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah. Anything else from y'all?
We should start heading Alderaan then.
Yeah.
Nil's gonna nod,
Mhm.
trying to like follow.
Alright. Well, from the tower, Cornith and Dira, you guys know the way roughly back to Alderaan. You know Alderaan is to the east, so sure enough, you guys kind of lead the way and start heading east. And after a little while, towards the end of the day, you see your sending stone that Seven gave you light up. And it conveys a message saying, I've managed to defeat most of the foulings. However, that doesn't mean more aren't coming. Stay on your guard and let me know when you arrive.
Well, it's good to know that she's alright.
Nil's gonna nod. Kind of make some bell sounds. Bling bling. Nil's gonna get behind Cornith, attempting to watch his back a little bit better this time.
Well, I don't really have anything else planned for tonight, so I guess we can end it there.
There we go.
Okay.
We've
Nice.
done it.
We back, baby.
I got
We
the
have-
shit beaten out of me.
Absolutely. I like how it's like, can anyone heal? And I'm like, this is the one time I can't.
You know, after that 3 health that I took from that fire, you know how much health I was on? Exactly 11.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that 11 you mentioned?
Yeah, about that.
My goodness.
Alright. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll see you in the
Wait,
next
do we
one.
level up?
Oh.
No.
Oh.